Hey guys, this is the YAHEETECH Fire Pit. So I'm going to get this thing out of the box, assembled, and we'll see what this thing looks like, go over some of the features, and yeah, let's get started. All right, so I've never done the assembly on one of these before, but it doesn't look too difficult. We're going to walk through this here together so you guys can see. But they do send the Allen wrench along that you need. And one really nice thing I'm seeing already is that all the bolts for the entire assembly are exactly the same. They all come in this bag here. So you're not gonna have to worry about keeping the bolts separate, things like that. So that's really nice. But your first step is to start some screws into the ends of your top pieces here. There's 4 of these. And you're gonna half screw your screws in to the ends here. And then later, I think we'll tighten them up the rest of the way. So on the end that has 2 holes in it, just get 2 screws started on each one. Now, once you have 2 screws into each of your top pieces, you're going to take them, flip them upside down, and at the end of your top piece, one side will have this little tab sticking out with 2 holes in it. You're going to meet that up with the other piece. You just put your 2 screws in, and you're going to see 2 slots on the side here. Those are just going to slip in. That's why we left those only half tight, like that. And then the 4 pieces will all snap together like that. Now that we have it loosely fit together like that, we're just going to take our Allen wrench now and tighten those screws up the rest of the way, and then add the 2 screws on the top to that little tab that was sticking out to bond all 4 of these pieces together. So every corner should have 4 bolts total in it, 2 in the ends here, and then 2 up on top. So the next step is to assemble the base. So we're going to set the top here to the side for a minute, and we're going to get our 4 legs and the 4 ladder looking pieces. These will be the side pieces. And the legs have 2 ends. One end has a slot through it. The other is the foot. And we'll take the lattice piece in between 2 legs, and then there's holes threaded on the inside of your leg here. But the 2 holes on the end of your ladder piece will bolt into that. You're going to want to have the channel side of your ladder should be towards the middle of your fire pit. Once you have your bolts tight, you're going to want to take that flat top section that we assembled earlier, set that down upside down so the bolt holes are up, and then take your feet section, set that right on top, line up your bolt holes, and put 4 bolts into the corners. 1 bolt in each corner. All right, we are almost done. The last step is to put the handle on the lid, which is this mesh part here. So you're just gonna wanna set this down, find the little loop that they send along. There's a nut on the bottom here, and they do not send a wrench for this. So you can tighten this with pliers. You could probably get it pretty tight with your hand, but it would be good if you could grab the nut there with the pliers. Actually, I hold the nut with my fingers there, and I can just spin the loop on top. And I got that pretty tight, so maybe you don't even need a tool for that. Now you're just gonna set your fire pit upright, and then take the base, which is this large metal pan, and this just sets right into it like that. And then the rest of the stuff is just accessories. So you have a little grate then that sets on top, which will keep your firewood or your charcoal up a little bit, lets the air circulate through it better. And then your lid will just set on top. And of course they send you a nice fire poker along and a fire pit cover, which is really nice. So one thing to keep in mind when you're doing the assembly, you may find it helpful to leave all the bolts loose until the very end and then tighten everything up. Everything's slotted, so it fits pretty good, but if you do tighten everything into the slots in a certain direction, you might get to the end and everything's tightened up and a couple of your holes aren't going to line up. So it might be better, leave everything loose so you can kind of shift it around, get everything lined up perfectly, and then at the end, you can go back through and tighten everything up really nice. So overall, install, very easy though. So I hope you found this video helpful.